There used to be a graying tower alone on the sea. You became the light on the dark side of me. Love remains a drug that's the high.
Okay, what makes your class different from all the other automotive classes?
Well, a couple of things. First of all, I've spent a lot longer in preparation than most other instructors, and I've spent a whole lot longer in preparing to be a superior instructor than other instructors. And I think that comes through in the things we do and how we do them in class. I've thought a lot about it, and I've been doing it a very long time, and as a result we tend to get results that the students really can't even imagine when they are first thinking about taking the class or when they first begin it. You know, they find out that this is something they can do and they can succeed at, and if they want, make money at it.
What do you think is the difference between new mechanics and old mechanics?
The difference between new mechanics and old mechanics, this one's obvious. This one's easy because the old mechanics were primarily taught on the job, where they were taught by their fathers or their grandfathers. Well, modern cars, you can't, that's not sufficient anymore. So a modern mechanic now is going to have some schooling, some type of schooling. Most of the guys that I see that have been mechanics for a long time, they come in here after being mechanics for 5 years, and it's obvious they have big holes in their understanding because all they tend to understand is how to work on the cars and not really how the cars work themselves. So that's the component that you come to school for. And really, modern cars, you can't learn from some guy that learned how to fix cars by fixing grandpa's tractor. It's just not, it's not possible the way it used to be. Cars are much more complex than that. And as a result, there's an opportunity to make a whole lot more money with the advanced training.
So do you feel that your class shows you these things?
Absolutely. Well, I mean, my class is a short class, so as a result, it's limited in what it can accomplish. But we start out right from the gate fixing real cars with real problems, and starting off with a systems approach that allows the student to apply their understanding of cars to the solving of real problems. And it just so happens, I mean, we find out that most of the diagnostic tools are relatively easy to use if you understand how cars work to begin with, and that's why I focus on that. But I have students in the first week breaking out the most sophisticated diagnostic equipment there is in this industry, because it's not that difficult, it's not that complicated to get proficient to a reasonable level on even the most sophisticated equipment if you have good instruction to get you there.
So how long exactly do you say it would take a person to finish this class?
This class? My class is 90 hours. Autotech 1 is 90 hours, Autotech 2 is 90 hours. So the two together are 180 hours. Now I'm here about 6.5 hours a day, which means you could finish my class in 3 weeks, 4 weeks. No one does though, because no one's here that long. But students can come in whenever they want and they leave whenever they want. So as a result, it tends to take them about a month, 2 months, 3 months, something like that, depending on how much they're here and how hard they work while they're here. But to be an expert on cars would take a couple of years of solid training. Basically, that's the basic understanding, but we don't have to be experts on the whole car to be either employable or competent. We don't have to know everything. Most people don't know hardly anything about transmissions or rear ends, for instance.
So why would the average Joe want to take this class?
Oh, there's a lot of good reasons for that. Primarily the fact that we live in a modern age. We're modern people, and that means we're going to be driving and using cars. They're going to be a big part of our life. So as a result, we need to, number one, understand how cars work, and when we're going to have to deal with the service process, so we're going to have to deal with these people, and we're going to have to be able to speak their language to understand what they're talking about, and to have a general idea of whether they know what they're doing and whether they're trying to slip one by us or not. The second reason is because a lot of this can be done yourself, and as a result, you know, you can save a whole lot of money by working on your own stuff. And usually, in this environment with someone like me or the other instructors watching, you can get a lot better work done than you can do in the shops around here, where most of the people were taught by some guy that learned how to fix cars by fixing Grandpa's tractor.
So, by saving that money in this class, is that the money that pays for this class, would you say?
I've always said that this class pays for itself in the first 2 weeks if you let it. Because, well, we just had a car yesterday that came in, check engine light on, we found out that the brakes were bad, and we got to them before they destroyed the drums, and we ended up fixing the problem that would have cost hundreds and hundreds of dollars if you had taken it to a professional mechanic. And this is a problem that would have stopped the car from passing the smog inspection. So the guy saved hundreds and hundreds of dollars in one night, and that was, what, his third